When you received the good news you were finally waiting for, only to be pushed off the building and get reincarnated to a novel. Were you the female lead? Of course not. You were the short-lived side character destined for a tragic end. That was Yunha Park's story. Yunha Park failed the first round of admissions to the universities she applied to. She was working hard, studying for another whole year, while waiting to get accepted on the second rounds of admission. While taking a breather at the rooftop, after a long study session, she remembers having a conversation with someone. It was pleasant, and there she received a message that finally she got into a university she applied to. But, along with being elated, she experienced a tragic fate of being pushed down a building. Remembering her loved ones and the prophecy saying she will die young, Yunha accepted her demise. But did she really die young? She woke up, still alive, relieved that she is still alive. Though, what is this room? Or what is this world? She woke up as Raeliana McMillan, a beautiful noble lady, daughter of a recently baronized family, for its booming oil business. It's what people call noble rich. So, what if they are? It's great to be rich, she thinks. Raeliana's family is so harmonious that she fits in seemingly well. She can now live affluently, and she was been brought back to life. What more can she wish for? Nothing more, right? Only, this is a novel that she read as Yunha Park. Raeliana plays an insignificant minor role, the friend of the female lead, that is set to die for her to come back to the capital. Yes, she was only a plot device so that the lead can start her own road to happy ever after. As if her prophecy of dying young still lingers at Raeliana, she refuses for it to happen the second time around. Time to plot her own story. At least avoiding her death flag. And the one waving that flag. It was Francis Brooks, Raeliana's fiancé. His tears and poison in the tea he gave her every night. Gaining the McMillan trust, he had the grieving family wrap around his finger and completely took over the family business. That's when the female lead arrives and reveals all his wrongdoings. But letting it go that far means she's long gone. She needs to cancel that engagement fast. Easier said than done. Yeah, right, Raeliana. She did everything she can from amicably ending it to spilling tea on Francis, leaving him behind on a dinner date, and even nearly grazing him with a gunshot on a hunting trip. But this guy just won't budge. Giving him a cold shoulder on his unannounced visit was the bottom line for Francis, threatening her that her household needs the Marquess title that his family holds. And, being her family a nouveau rich, she cannot find a spouse better than him. So, they will be wed, and she better learn to serve him well from now on. Nevertheless, she refuses to live like this, with death always following her. She had to find another way. That way was Duke Noah Volstaire Winnight, a man of higher ranking than Brooks, and this novel's male lead. However, how can you reel in a man of this caliber? Yes, the way she is now is pretty, but she needs more. That's when her knowledge of the plot devices that the original novel had come to use. Using this to her advantage, she manages to snug a deal with the Duke, a contractual engagement lasting for 6 months. Following the announcement of their engagement, was Francis Brooks demanding for compensation for annulling theirs. If she knew that he would pathetically act this way, and was content with just money, she would not subject herself in this situation. The deal with the Duke could be avoided. Along with this deal was the Duke placing a guard for her, and that is Adam Taylor, Duke Winnight's loyal knight, an excellent swordsman, a martial arts prodigy, a child soldier who fought on many battlefields, and the only one who come back alive and untouched from an infamous battle. All this under his achievements, and he is only 18. Now also known as her watchman, to make sure she doesn't spill the secrets she used as her leverage. Though she has more pressing problems that now she is standing in as Duke Winnight's fiancée. She needs to move in his mansion, for the sole reason that she is the prospective lady of the house. And That was how she ended up in the Duke's mansion in the first place. Why did Raeliana ended up in the Duke's mansion? We already answered that. But this is the title of this manhwa. Original story by Milka and art by Will. The manhwa is completed with 147 chapters and 11 special chapters spanning 9 volumes. It unveiled more characters later on like Beatrice Tranchet, the original female lead, Heika de Mint, the high priest, the antagonist Bibian Shamal, and many more. Each character designs had something unique to them, making them memorable and easily distinguishable from one another. We only glossed over the introduction of the story. The story progressed consistently, but the end felt like a bombing of twists one after another. All your questions in the first 120 chapters were suddenly avalanching at you at the last bit of the story. But it doesn't mean it was rushed, just twist unveiling on its due time. Overall, it was a must-read with all the exciting things happening one after another. It was one of the stories that I felt like that finally, an isekai with a proper conflict and resolution. I highly recommend for you to read it because at the end, you will find that satisfaction and will leave you saying what a good read this is. No loose ends, no questions left unanswered, and each character developments were explored. The art and background work was simple, focusing on the characters itself, their outfits, hairs, and expressions. It is clean and not too complicated, so you can focus on the story development. It also has a few stand-up panels that you can also marvel at. Overall, the manhwa is definitely a must-recommend to each and every one of you. But with a heavy heart, I'll say this. They should have left Raeliana alone. Raeliana received an anime adaptation this 2023, and it was a bit of disappointment on my part. Knowing the story and the art it has made me feel excited that finally, we had an anime adaptation. When the promotional video was released, a lot of fans were mildly worried about the scenes being overly bright, having lots of stilts and pans, and the way the character is moving is somewhat unnatural. Shrugging it off, I went and watched the first episodes, and what do we have? A lot of stilts and pans. Characters that seem like they're bopping from left to right and mouths moving along. The background work seems detached to the characters and having lots of awkwardly timed CGI. And again, stills and pans. I hope that if more webtoons and manhwas get animated, I hope they keep animating it the way how they animate mangas. Fluid and with more lifelike. Or for a potential season 2. I really hope that the animation gets ramped up. Some scenes deserve a credit for their own, but all in all, I hope you found the manhwa first, not the anime. As for the soundtrack, voice actors, and musicality, it was the saving grace of this anime. No complaints there. But please, for the season 2, if there's any, can we please have better animation? As a whole, Raeliana is one of the precursor manhwas you should read if you want to dive deep into the manhwa world. I highly suggest you read it, and if you are those who watch the anime first, please don't get disheartened and read the manhwa too. I assure you it offers a different experience with the anime. Again, it's Ri. See you all on the next one.